Hello there, hello there, hello there, hello there, and welcome back to the Agostino Zinga Show with your host, Agostino Zinga, and this is episode 1000, episode number 1000 of the Agostino Zinga Show, coming live and direct to a place near you. How you doing? How you feeling, man? Episode number 1000. Episode number 1000 of the Agostino Zinga Show. How the frick are you doing, man? Celebration times are in full order, or they're not, because I don't celebrate shit, because I'm a grown-up. Don't even celebrate my fucking birthday, let alone a 1000 mark. But still, it's a bit of a crazy milestone, isn't it? It's a little bit of a crazy milestone. And I'm so happy to be celebrating the 1000th episode with you today, live and direct from my cozy, humble abode somewhere in the depths of East London. I'm currently sat here in my North Face jacket, feeling a little bit cold, feeling a little bit under the weather, feeling a little bit annoyed about myself, especially with my ongoing arm issues. I forgot to put my flipping, forgot to put my little thing on to make sure that my arm doesn't get all manky and stuff, which it has been. I've got another appointment with a doctor on Friday, but it doesn't matter. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling positive. I'm feeling strong. I feel like this year might end up being my year to a certain extent. I've locked in a way that I haven't locked in ever before, mostly because of this arm break and this elbow break. I feel like if I didn't have this elbow break, I'd be a lot more, wasteful of my time. But I feel like I'm way more locked in now. I'm actually trying to do things, trying to better my life, trying to be focused, and I'm seeing the results little by little. And I think the marker of achieving the 1000 episode mark, hitting the 1000th episode mark of me yapping into the camera, yapping into this microphone is evidence enough that I'm going in the right direction. But I can feel it. I can feel it. Even though my body's breaking down, even though everything hurts whenever I sleep and I make a slight movement with my arm, I get a shooting pain that runs through the back of my leg. Even though sometimes I wake up in cold sweats, even though sometimes I'm in so much pain from my broken elbow that I fall asleep. Have that ever happened to you, where you're in so much pain that your body just like hibernates just to kind of get over the pain, and then you wake up and you're in pain again? I'm having to wean myself off of a reliance on these pills I've been taking, these codeine pills, which I'm thinking I might be developing a slight addiction to, which is no surprise. If you've known me or met me in real life, you know how much of a psycho I can be and how quickly I can develop an addictive personality on certain things I'm into. So I'm trying to wean myself off these codeine tablets. I'm trying to wean myself off of ibuprofen. I'm trying to do all these things to get my life back on track. It's really difficult. It's really hard, but I'm trying. And I'm hoping that this year will be the best year of my life. And I feel it can be. The direction at which I'm going in, the stuff that which I'm doing at the moment, I feel like is putting me in the right direction. I just need to keep on going. But dad, man, it's hard, man. It's hard out here. I'm not gonna lie. It's hard out here. It's freaking hard out here, but I'm trying. It's freaking hard out here, but I'm trying. But yeah. Thank you anybody for joining me, man. Episode number 1000. Thank you so much for joining me. It's always been a pleasure. Never a freaking chore. I actually want to double check. Let me double check my channel, because I went to see, when did I start to do the video recordings? Because obviously we know when it comes to the audio recordings, right? I've been doing the Agostino Zinga Show for a hot fucking minute. And I remember the audio recordings of my show, I recorded it via a fucking dictaphone. I used to hold a dictaphone in my hand. That's how raw, that's how fucking ghetto, that's how really in the mud, not really mud, that's really in the gutter that I was, on the mud. That's how I got it from the mud, let's say. That's how I got it from the mud. I'd record it into a Sony dictaphone that I bought from Argos for like £20 or something, which I still have somewhere. I also think that might be the dictaphone that I used to do interviews, because I had this little zine I used to produce back in the day in school, where I used to interview like hip-hop people, and I interviewed like Jaja Souls. I interviewed Devious One. I'm not sure if you know who that is, but this rapper that's in prison at the moment for like torturing some girl back in the day. But yeah, I remember using that dictaphone for a lot of things. So I remember the audio side of the pod. The audio side of the pod was always done with a dictaphone. So the first episodes, I'm pretty sure, sound kind of weird. Let me check my archive on theactionofzingashow.libsyn.com. You can get all of the audio episodes on there. Let me scroll down and look at the dates. I started this podcast in 2015. 2000 and blood clot 15. So if I go to 2015, you'll see this is the first episode ever. Hello World. The first episode ever is Hello World. The description says, this is my first podcast. Stoked to finally have it out. I've been a podcast addict for years and always wanted to produce my own, but I'm shy and and I procrastinate a lot, hence the delay. But I finally plucked up the courage to do it, and here we are, podcast episode number 1. Hopefully you dig it. Oh, what a sweet little intro. Let me actually hear what I sound like. This is episode 1 of the first ever Tazz, recorded on October 25th, 2015. Let's go. Actually, you know what? Andrew changed it because I got my headphones on. I don't have my headphones on. See, I'm not being professional today. I'm not being professional. I'm all fucking giddy and excited because of episode number 1000. By the way, big up everybody. Big up everybody in the stream chat. Big up Blacklisted. Big up WCK. Big up J Fells. Big up somebody with signs on there. Big up everybody in the chat. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you for joining me so much. Thank you for joining me. And by the way, let it be known that I'm also streaming live on TikTok. No, I'm also streaming live on Twitter, and I'm also streaming live on Kick. So if you like a different listening experience, make sure you jump on those apps if you want to hear what I have to say. But I'm streaming directly on Kick, and I'm streaming directly on on fucking Twitter. Make sure you check me out on there. But yeah, this is episode 1 of my podcast from 2015. Let's play it. Oh, what's his band again? That's the band with the what's their name again? What's the band's name? Oh, the rock band. And the album cover's got a picture of a lady, a black lady wearing a fucking bikini bottoms. What the fucking name of it? Oh, what's the name? And the lead singer's Ginger. I forgot the name of the guy. Oh. Oh. I used to play intro music, by the way. I used to play intro music. I forgot the guy's name. What's the guy's name again? A ginger dude. The cover's got a black lady on the front with the panties. I forgot the name of the band. If you know, you know. The background sound is awful. Let me go see what I'm talking.
Entitled Walking
there you
on
go.
the Sidewalks.
Huh?
Hey guys, and welcome to the very first episode of the Agostino Show. You were just listening to the one and only Queens of the Stone Age.
That's the band. That's the band.
That track was entitled Walking.
That's the band.
Sidewalks. Probably one of my favorite bands of all time. Probably one of my favorite tracks of all time.
LOL, my favorite band of all time, and I can't remember their name, but big up Queens of the Stone Age. Big up Queens of the Stone Age. So that's episode number 1. That's why I sound at episode number 1. And I want to see what was the first time I ever recorded a video of the fucking Tazz show? When's the first time I ever recorded a video of the X and Zinger show? When was the last video recorded? The first video recorded ever was 69. Oh, I'm a legend. I'm a fucking legend, mate. The first ever recorded episode of the Casino Zinger Show on video was episode number 69. Of course it was. Of course it was episode number 69. What is it? What's the title? R.I.P. Avicii. Oh shit, I recorded on the day Avicii died. Kanye West on Twitter, and why Britain's birthday suck. I'm still talking about the same shit, by the way. Still talking about the same shit. Look at me. Look at me. Look at young me. 7 years ago. 7 years ago. Yoo-hoo. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Agostino Zinger Show with me, your host, Agostino. It's episode number 69, man. I know it's another thing I used to do a lot. I used to move around for the mic. This is also one of those cheap microphones I bought from Amazon for like £20, a USB mic. By the way, another example as to why you should never be limited by the equipment that you have. This was very fucking ghetto, very down, you know what I mean? Streaming from or recording from a really old MacBook through the webcam with a USB mic that I bought from Amazon. Maybe I bought it from AliExpress, actually. Horrible fucking sound. I'm moving all the way, out of the way of the microphone, not actually talking into it. So the volume is going up and down, but I still got the job done. So if you're out there and you think, I need this, I need that. No, you don't. Get the job fucking done.
60 bloody 9. And if you guys know me or you know anything of me, you'd know what that special number means to me, baby girl. And you know what it is also? It's episode 69. It happens to also be the day that I was born. It's a commemoration of the day that I was born. You know, that happens like a certain day around each year. There's a certain day where you celebrate the day you were born, aka a birthday. It happens to be my birthday, and it's episode number 69. You know I'm gonna go Sizzler tonight, huh? You know the brunette's gonna get some work in, hey? You know we're gonna go up and down, head and toe, you know, licky stations. Big up.
Yeah, I was putting out way too much information there. Way too much information. TMI, TM bloody I.
My 69 fans out there. Actually, that being said, talking about 69, I can't remember actually the last time I actually done a 69 actually.
Hey! It's Agostino!
69s are in the same company as like Sex on the Beach, Sex in the Shower, Sex on the Toilet Seat and shit. You know, like things that were really appealing to you when you were young and you didn't have that many sexual experiences. But then the older you get, or the more experiences that you do have, the more you start thinking, you know what, these things are kind of overrated, you know? Like, do you remember?
That's the kind of thing the guy that gets no bitches says, isn't it? Look at me. That's the kind of thing a guy that gets no bitches says. You know what? Sex on the beach is really overrated. Who wants to have sex in the shower? Ugh. Mr. No bitches over here.
Remember when you used to get really bad head if you're a guy, right? When you're really bad at doing any sort of blowjobs or whatever.
Oi!
You'd be, you know, you'd like grin and bear it. You'd be like, oh, it's so much pain. But it was probably the only time that you've had it, that's happened to you in the last, I don't know, 25 years or some shit. So you're not going to complain about it, are you? But in the one time someone does it properly, right? Someone with skill, a bit of panache, you know, a little bit of extra tricks and flicks, whatever you're into, you're like, woohoo! You can never go back again. So, I guess what I'm trying to say in the end.
Yeah, what are you trying to say?
Birthdays are like blowjobs, right? You kind of don't want them, but then when you do get them, you're happy you had them, right?
Hey, killer analogy. Big up me, man. Big up me, man. I'm fucking awesome. I'm fucking rock. I fucking rock. Yo, big up the stream chat. Big up the stream chat. What are you guys saying? Big up Young Old Vibes. Young Skinny King. Yeah, man. Young Skinny King. I'm out here, bro. Look, this is what I'm going to be like in April. I'm going to be back there in April. You see how I look like in that video? I'm going to be back there in April. By April 25th on my birthday, you're going to see a fucking skinny legend back up here again. Whether my arm is broken or not, I don't give a fuck. I'm back outside. You'll see me. Everyone that doubted me, you're going to eat your fucking words. And I'm going to do it all organic. No Ozempic, just straight running outside, eating fucking chicken and rice and keeping it fucking moving. You can't stop me. You can't stop me. But yeah, big up everybody in the stream chat. Big up the person with all the signs. I don't know what your name is. I remember the first discovering you after searching for Primavera Sound 2018 reviews. Oh, man, don't do that to me, man. Don't remind me of Primavera Sound. Big up my guy, Bobby Long. Big up my bestie, Bobby Long. Big up my pal, Bobby Long. We used to love going to Primavera. Big up his cousin, fucking Maiha. We went with her one time. Honestly, what a fucking experience. What a fucking experience, man. Primavera, one of the best festivals in the world. This year, actually, I'm planning to go to I'm planning to go to one festival in particular. I want to go to Stone Techno Festival. But if there's time, and I can squeeze in time, I might try and go for Primavera this year too. I doubt it, because you need a lot of planning. You got to buy that ticket in advance. Airbnbs is quite an expensive trip. But it might be one of the best festivals ever, especially for people from the UK. Because in the UK, we have great festivals, but sometimes the production and the volume levels are not where they should be, in my personal opinion anyway, at least the ones that I've been to. So I prefer to save my money, go to another country, especially like a place like, you know, Spain and shit. Very warm, great food, great drinks, great fucking ambience, all that shit. And obviously Primavera is great too because it covers a wide spectrum of artists. And it's also one of the weird ones where I feel like that was one of the first festivals in a long time where I bumped into so many random people and everyone was down to chat. Some festivals you go to, people are not really down to chat. They're just there with their friends. You bump into a lot of solo people and shit. I love it. The only thing that's a pain at Primavera is the drinks. The drinks, oof. You have to either get your drinks early when you arrive, or you have to rely on the guys that usually there's some guy. When we went anyway, I don't know if this is the truth anymore, but when we went, there were those guys that had portable like Heineken stations or like drink stations. Like they had a little thing, they had a big umbrella thing with a sign, and then you go up to them and they'd usually be around in a crowd, and you'd kind of go up to them and buy a drink for whatever much it cost. But usually it's a bit of a markup because obviously you're paying it for there. But waiting for the drink at the bar is the only brutal thing about going to Primavera. Sorry about that. Oh god, but yeah, going to there, but man, I need to do it more often. By the way, I need to do it more often. Hold on, what's it? I need to do it more often. Apologies for the sneezing there. Allergies are getting the best of me. I need to do that more often going forward. I need to go to more festivals, more events this year, more event reviews. That's what I'm going to do. More event reviews. And then what the plan is to take those event reviews, cut them into clips and upload them onto Instagram Reels and TikTok and shit and see if I can get famous that way too. So I'm going to start doing that. Although I like doing long form content, I'm going to dabble a little bit in that short form content. So prepare to see me in an annoying fashion in a vertical video. Prepare to see me in annoying fashion in a vertical video. But I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm really looking forward to it. Let's go. So, first things first. Oh yeah, so by the way, thank you everybody that's joined in, by the way. Thank you everybody that supported the show over the 1,000 episodes that I've done it. Thank you people that tune in. Thank you people that send DMs, send emails, leave me nice comments, are supportive on the Discord, wherever you are, right? Thank you everybody that's always checking out my stuff. And even if you don't reach out, just silently clicking like, silently watching and supporting from afar. I appreciate every single one of you because legit, there's so much content out there. It really boggles my mind how I get any views. There's so much content out there, so many people talking about stuff, doing it in a much more professional, polished manner, way more insightful, way more intelligent, way more charismatic, way funnier, right? Sorry, fucking hell. Nicer to look at, all that good shit, but you still come to me. That is incredible. I don't take that for granted. Oh my god. Honestly, these allergies. Oh my fucking god. Pray for me, please. Pray for me. Oh my god. Wow. Pray for me, please. I beg you. Pray for me. Pray for me. Because these allergies are kicking my ass. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, cool. Talking about festivals and suddenly I'm getting allergies, eh? I wonder why. Anyway, let's continue. Thank you for all the support. I appreciate every single one of you. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. First things first. Big up the person that sent this to me. I forgot your name. Big up the person on Instagram DMs that sent this to me. This is fucking brilliant. Big up the person on Instagram DMs that sent this to me. You're a fucking legend. This is Travis Scott getting interviewed by Rolling Stone magazine. Listen to Travis Scott getting interviewed by Rolling Stone magazine in this really amazing, $65 million mansion from the founder of Oakley. Let's press play.
I mean, we're in a brutalist building right now. This would be a good nightclub in Europe.
Yeah, word up, right? Berghain.
Yeah. This is like a Berghain look. Yeah. Speaking of, I mean,
Berghain. Big up Travis Scott and the Berghain. I love it. I love that pronunciation. Berghain. Big up Berghain. Big up Berghain. I'm glad to hear actually he even knows what Berghain is. I'm hoping the next album that he drops has some sort of electronic dance music influences. It might have. The fact that he knows what Berghain is, the fact that he's starting to hang around Europe, he's in Europe a lot more. There's a picture going viral of Travis Scott at the moment, right? There's a picture at the moment with Travis Scott and fucking Rick Owens eating KFC. That feels like a racial slur, right? There's a picture of Travis Scott and fucking what's his face, Rick Owens eating KFC, and it feels like a racial slur. I'm sure it isn't a racial slur, but it does feel like a racial slur. And I'm hoping this picture is sign enough that maybe potentially we might get a dance influence, industrial influence, techno influence when it comes to his new album. I'm really hoping that's the case because these pictures are fucking hilarious. Travis Scott sitting down in, I'm assuming, Rick Owens' Paris apartment on this massive, amazing table, by the way. Look how great that table is, made of wood. I think it's been colored black or bleached black. Looks fucking massive. They sit on benches, of course. Rick Owens doesn't sit on regular chairs from IKEA. He sits on wooden benches. And I'm really hoping that his time spent with fucking... Oh, look at the plates too. Look at the plates. Look at the plates. I love this. Are they like not polished or anything, right? These ceramic plates. Look at the plates. They're like this grey color, this grey tone. I love the plates. I'm not gonna lie, I really love the plates. I also really love how Rick Owens' sleeveless shirt sits on his shoulders. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sure he designed that himself, but you see what I'm talking about. Rick Owens has a sleeveless shirt, right? He's wearing a sleeveless t-shirt, but the sleeves on his sleeveless t-shirt, they kind of go over the top of his shoulders, right? The top of his shoulder. So usually on the sleeveless t-shirt, the seam kind of stops at the middle, at the top of the middle of your shoulder. But this particular sleeveless shirt, it kind of sits a little bit, you know, it kind of goes over. I wonder how he did that. I wonder how he designed it to cut like that. That's fucking awesome. I love that. But yeah, that's Travis Scott out there in Paris hanging out with Rick Owens. And I'm hoping we're going to get some industrial shit because Travis Scott is out here pronouncing Berghain. You love
when
that.
you go through a space like this, where does your imagination go in terms of like...
One more time. Berghain. Give me Berghain.
Yeah, I mean, we're in a brutalist building right now. This would be a good nightclub in Europe.
Yeah, word up, right? Berghain.
Yeah. This is like a Berghain look. Yeah. Speaking of, I mean, you know, when you go through a space like this, where does your imagination go in terms of like, you know, do you get inspired just looking at this right here?
Yeah, for sure, man. You know, doing my homes. And even just working in spaces that I work in and create in, you know, looking at the walls, the floors, even the finishes. I think, like, you know, people come to my crib and see, like, you know, detail and, like, you know, spasmatic I am about just, like, the details in the house and shit. You know, it's a lot of people that go in on shopping on clothes, you know?
Right.
I'm a house guy.
I see.
But by the way, whoever this founder is Oakley is, that crib is fucking insane. Whoever the founder is of Oakley, that crib is fucking insane. There's not a lot of houses that you see are worth 65 mil, but that view, woo! That view from the infinity pool overlooking, I think that's LA, right? Overlooking LA? Jesus Christ.
So when you came to this place for the first time, what was one of like the first things you noticed?
When I first pulled up, I'm like,
yeah, I mean, we're in a brutalist. I saw somewhere also that like you really care about like physical media, like you still buy CDs. Is that kind of part of the same thing of just like having that physical experience with it?
yeah, you know, it's so interesting. My first album, Rodeo, you know, it's supposed to come out with the action figure and on a USB. I fought so hard for that. My label actually fucked up the album.
I get the feeling Travis doesn't really do interviews like this, right? This is a really odd interview. He doesn't really do interviews like this at all. I wonder if this is an attempt from his label to clean up his PR, because his PR is pretty stinky, isn't it? Because there's all those stories about Travis in real life being a bit of a dickhead, a little bit of a diva, a little bit of a cunt, you know what I mean? So I wonder if this is an attempt to clean up his, you know, his PR and make him seem friendly, approachable, cool, and not a diva that he maybe is. Because he's been like that from the thing I rate about Travis, that attitude he's had it ever since he was in Nobody. When he was performing on the stage, that famous clip of him performing on stage, and there's hardly anybody there where he's performing. I think it's at, I don't know what festival that's at. Maybe I'm Rolling Loud or somewhere, some big festival where he was playing at one stage and there was hardly anybody on the there, but he was raging the way he starts to rage now, which I think is a way to operate. He was performing on those smaller stages in front of basically 10 people, the same way he performs now when he does those amazing, crazy tours for his fucking albums and shit. I feel like that's a right attitude to have. I've always had that attitude too. When I DJ at these fucking Weatherspoon pubs, right? When I DJ at these Weatherspoon pubs for like £100 or drink tokens, I approach those gigs the same way I would approach when I get booked to play at fucking Open Ground, when I get booked to play at fucking Fold, Berghain, all these fucking places, right? I'll approach it the same way. You have to approach the small things the same way you're going to approach the big things. Or if you don't approach the small things the way you're going to approach the big things, guess what happens if you approach the big things? You won't do it properly.
Album put out the wrong cover, all this shit, you know. I wanted the album to be sold in the toy section, not in the CD department. You know, I've always wanted to do physicals, and I remember when streaming came, you know, the idea of physicals was like not around, but I was still into it. You know, I collect vinyls, I collect, you know, tapes, cassettes. You know, I still listen to a lot of music, even when I listen to my albums, Utopia, and a lot of them, all of them really, you know, I master and mix them on cassettes and vinyls, and I play them back on all formats, right? I'm just into it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like they're just a little nerd in me, but.
Well, I mean, I feel like that's interesting too, because you came up right at the end of the physical era, you know?
Yeah.
I love how they're trying to intellectualize Travis Scott, man. It's just rage music. There's nothing intelligent. There's nothing layered. There's nothing nuanced about what Travis Scott does. Like, let's relax. Let's relax at Rolling Stone. Big up this journalist as well. Big up this journalist for Rolling Stone. Big up him. But let's relax with trying to over intellectualize fucking Travis Scott. Man trying to go like he's burial. Like, let's chill.
It was like the streaming really started to dominate. I feel like right when you started to. I saw somewhere also that
Travis in his Aphex Twin era. Aphex Twin era Travis. You gotta love it.
Yeah.
let's keep looking.
Yeah, let's do it.
If you could pick a movie to put on right here, what would you put on?
Whew. Death Proof.
Do you have a theater at your house?
Yeah.
What would you say the setup is? Is it similar to this, or?
It's a little bit more theater-ish, but it's more like how the couches are way, like, will be way back, more screens. Screen is like full body.
Got you.
When it comes to like living spaces, I feel like it should be like, I think this is cool because it's like an open flow. This reminds me of like how my kids' mom's like city house is set up now, which is like kind of cool, like that open like flow space. When I actually came, I know Jim had like these chairs, like black leather chairs, but he had like the arms were like more like,
oh yeah. Let's keep
fair play. I also like the phrase "kid's mum." I think that's more respectable. I think the term "baby mum" is a bit ratchet, a bit ghetto, a little bit uncouth, and bordering on disrespectful. I like my kid's mum, you know, my kid's mum, or the mother of my children. It's a little bit wordy, but I prefer that to baby mum, you know, or BM. Like abbreviating that shit is yucky. You know what I mean? You might as well call your lady a bitch. You might as well call her a cow, mate. You might as well call her a fucking cow. Anyway, moving on from the cows, let's talk a little bit about Berlin club memes, of course. Talking about Berghain, let's go on Berlin club memes. Recently, what have I missed out on? Old prices for Berghain. Old prices for Berghain from 2016. Actually, you know what? Not that bad. The price increase now isn't that bad, if I'm not mistaken. I think most drinks are up like a couple of euros. It really isn't that bad. Like, Berghain prices in terms of drinks are weirdly pretty good. I think beers are still basically under €5. I'm pretty sure you can get a beverage in Berghain for under €5, I'm pretty sure. Which isn't too bad. Isn't fucking too bad. So big up fucking Berghain for keeping the prices fairly fucking good, considering. What else we got here? Another meme, the 2016 meme, right? Because 2016, 10 years on anniversary, everyone's talking about that shit. So let's see what Berlin Club Meme says. Berlin partying in 2016. You had to be there, really. You really had to be there. Spat cuffs. Oh yeah, true. Spat cuffs were a thing, or more of a thing than it were there. I think that's Grease Muller on the right. I can see there. The little pellets. Watergate. No, Grease Miller's there actually. I don't know what this club here is on the right. I don't remember going to this one here on the right. I don't remember that swimming pool. Most of it is still the same. Berlin party in 2016. You got coming to the secret location. Yeah, I know what they mean there. Orange wine. RSO. Is Phantom still open? This is really good. Berlin 2016. You got the hipster beanie. 2026, you've got the Arc'teryx Scully, right? The Arc'teryx Scully cap that everyone's wearing nowadays, or different variations of that Scully. Berlin 2016, you got overlooking apartments, I guess somewhere. I don't know where. It could be anywhere. It could be Alexanderplatz for all we know. The famous picture everyone takes is obviously the same in 2026. Berlin 2016, 2026 again. A picture of Berghain. I think the only thing you can replace it with is that little roof thing. The only thing that's different now is that little roof, the little kind of like thing they've got at the front of the door to help the bouncers not get wet and shit. That's the only thing that's different. 2016, oh my god, Tegel Airport. Oh, man, I used to love that airport, man. It's right in the center. And you could literally get to your Airbnb in like half an hour, maybe even less. because it was right in the center. Usually I'll stay in like an area called Neukölln, but now you have to go to the other fucking, Schodenberg, whatever the fucking airport's called now, and it's fucking super far. And the train station too. Am I the only person that feels like the Berlin airport train station thing is mad hard to get used to figuring it out? One time, once you arrive at Berlin, right? Once you arrive at your destination, the direction for you to go to the trains that will take you into the city center, they make it look like you have to go on a motorway, on the highway. I remember one time I was following a map and it led me onto the motorway, and I was there with some other woman and we had to walk back. Where actually what you're meant to do, once you come out of the fucking airport and you're about to hit the station, you're meant to go down these stairs, escalators to I think, is it the third floor, second floor, one of those floors, and that's where the S-Bahns are and shit. That's where the S-Bahns are that will take you into the city center and shit. But it's really hard to get used to. It's really fucking difficult to get used to. But over time, I guess you do. 2016 Berlin memes. You've got another hipster beanie, and then replaced by obviously Berlin memes. And yeah, man, what a good time to be alive, man. What a good time it was to be alive. 2016 in Berlin. Jesus Christ. Polar lights in Berlin right now. That's pretty fucking cool. And then I spent way too much time making this. Berlin 2006, Berlin 2026, Berlin 2016. Okay, cool. What have we got here? Maria, Horst, Stabad, Knack, Lovelet, Old Trezor, I remember. Delicious Donuts, I remember. Bar 25, I remember, but never went to, by the way. So gutted. I think that time I was there when Bar 25 was actually open. I went to that Catablau. I'm pretty sure. I was one of those idiots. I think I was there the last year Bar 25 was open, but I never actually went. So I missed out on all those legendary nights. The one that kind of crosses over, according to this circles, right, that he's got here. The couple of things that cross over from 2016 to 2026 to 2006 is Hop Tossi, which I still haven't been to. Hopefully I could go there when I go my next time in February. I'm fingers crossed. The fucking club on the boat, which is fucking great. It's usually a lot of house music and shit there. Same Heads. Oh, I love Same Heads. Legendary bar club hangout. Famously founded by two English guys, I think they're brothers or something, that founded Same Heads. Always have a great time there. Love the little basement downstairs. Great fucking vibe. Always weird DJs and music playing for the most part. Very left field type of stuff. I'm a big fan of Same Heads. Golden Gate, love as well. Trezor, About Blank, I've been to a couple of times. Kit Kat, I've never been to. Weekend, CDV, of course, I used to go there all the fucking time. Not anymore, actually. I've not been there in a while. I still remember that there's like a big bench outside CVD, in it. Club Division there. There's a really big bench that all the tourists take their pictures on, which is kind of fun. Berghain, I don't know what that place is called. Aysud, Lab, and Weber Hassa. I've never been there. I don't know what that is. Oh, Cookies. I remember Cookies. That's that night, innit, from back in the day. That's not around. I wonder if that lady's still around that used to do that night called Cookies. That was a really famous night back in the day. That might be one of the... I think Cookies was like before Multisex. I think Cookies walked before Multisex could run. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure Cookies was like the Multisex before Multisex. Magnet, Watersex, Suicide, and what else is here? We've got OHM, we've got Void, we've got Ava, we've got Urban Spree, Renate. Great. Big up Berlin Club Memes. Big up Berghain Berlin Club Memes. Let me take off my jacket because I'm actually feeling kind of warm now, because I hyped myself up, especially with all these fucking sneezes and shit and her chews that I've been letting go in this fucking sector. So let's take off this jacket. Let's make sure my arm is feeling nice and good. Big up everybody tuning in. I appreciate you. Smash like, hit subscribe. Big up Logan. Big up Absurd. Congrats on the 1000 episode. Thank you, King. Big up Young Old Vibes. AZ, my brother, you need vitamin D for the immune system. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Thank you, Young Old Vibes. I'm out here declaring all these big plans I have, and I'm actually, my body's breaking down. The thing that I actually need more than fucking all these big plans is to actually get my immune system back up and running. Oh, classic me though. Classic fucking me. Classic fucking me. Classic fucking me. Anyway, let's move on. Big up everybody tuning in. Big up everybody tuning in. So, what do we have here? 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 First of all, big up John Geiger. Big up my guy, John Geiger. John Geiger's about to drop the What the 004's Friends and Family, coming out very, very soon. It's basically his version of the What the Dunk. I'm sure most of you guys know the What the Dunk, What the Air Force type of thing that Nike did back in the day, where they'd essentially have every limited edition shoe colorway applied on one section of the shoe. So the toe box might be the toe box of a particular Tiffany dunk or something, and it'll kind of cover the whole entire thing, right? I'm sure that you guys know what I'm talking about when it comes to that series. So John Geiger's done his own thing when it comes to the 004 to, I think, commemorate the 1 year anniversary of the 004, which is one of my favorite shoes that he's ever done. I've worn my 004s into the ground. Unfortunately, my black 004s if anybody out there has the OG pairs, right? If anybody has the OG pairs of the John Geiger 004s, this particular pair in black, right, the official black colorway in a size 11, in a UK size 11, US 12, holler at your boy. I need these because unfortunately the ones I got from John Geiger were too small. They were UK 10. I was a fucking idiot, so I didn't get the right size. But if anyone has a UK 10, UK 11 in this particular John Geiger shoe, 004s, the original black colorway, right? The black and gray, you know what I'm talking about. It's the first one that dropped. If you know about 004s, you know the model. I don't need to tell you what the model is, but that's a picture on the screen. If anybody has a pair of these in a US 12, a UK 11, holla at your boy. Get at me in the DMs. Get at me in the DMs on IG, DMs on Twitter. Email me, whatever. Make sure you get in contact. Make sure you get in contact. I would love to buy them off of you. I'd love to buy them off of you. I need these so bad. Make sure you get in touch. Cool. Going back to John Geiger. So on this, we got the information here courtesy of John Geiger co.com. It says what the 004 F/F. Friends and Family, What the 004. The Friends and Family, What the 004 marks a special milestone for the 004 series. This anniversary edition brings together every 004 release from the past year and a half. Oh, it's been a year and a half, more than a year. Combining them into a cohesive design that reflects the evolution of the shoe. By the way, he's got so many great, I can't wait for that skate shoe to come out, please God. Like, he's got so many great shoes out at the moment that people are wearing. There's that new one that I'm not really the biggest fan of, that running one that everyone's kind of on, but loads of great models, man. He's got a really good fucking range of shoes in his fucking catalog now. Big up fucking John Geiger. And allegedly, according to some of the leaks out there may be an official Nike collaboration. Misplaced checks, not sure if that's true, but according to him, there might be an official Nike collaboration coming, or maybe unofficial official, I don't really know, but either way we might get a Misplaced Checks 2.0 coming this year as well. So woo, looking good if you're a John Geiger fan. Built on the ice and red glow base, the FNF What the 004 includes an activating pen that reveals hidden details throughout the upper, adding to the interactive layout of the design, and 4 sets of laces to allow for easy customization. The experience goes beyond the sneaker itself. Each pair comes housed with a special box and includes a custom zine designed by JG, documenting the full process behind how the shoe was designed and made. I love to see stuff like that. From the concept to the construction, the zines offers an inside look at the craftsmanship and the intention behind the project. Yeah, that's true, because especially with mine, like I've worn my green ones into the fucking ground already, right? And they're really sturdy. That's one thing I really love about them. Let me actually show you my green ones, because they're really fucking sturdy. I haven't worn my white ones yet. I need to wear them too. But I think the green ones are really fucking sturdy. Really fucking sturdy. Especially when you consider that I've worn these to raves. I've gone on European trips with these, and these are fucking solid. They're fucking bulletproof. So if you haven't got a pair of John Geiger 004s, I do encourage you to get a pair ASAP, because my 04s, the lime greens, which I've worn a bunch of, I'm sure if you see me out and about, you see me in these. I wore them to fucking Amsterdam. I broke bare necks. People were giving me mad compliments in Amsterdam when I wore these as well. I've worn these into the ground proper. Like, I fucking love these. They're so fucking good. So yeah, really good, really great, not really great quality. Really fucking great quality. I love the fucking shoes, so make sure you check them out if you are that way inclined. Let me actually see. Let's go back to the article. Designed for everyday wear, the friends and family what the 004 form and function seamlessly, versatile and expressive, and thoughtfully constructed. It's a standout addition to any wardrobe and a fitting tribute to the journey of the 004. So yeah, you got the what the at the bottom, icy sole. I fucking love that, by the way. Icy outsole, fucking gorgeous. Icy outsole. I hope he makes an all white icy outsole. We need that. I need a colorway of the John Geiger 004s that's similar to this. Do you guys remember this fucking Reebok? Reebok Classics, blue icy sole. I need that. This is from back in the day. If you know, you know about this particular model. Yeah, this one. I need John Geiger to replicate this colorway on the 004s. Please, por favor. Look at this. Remember this Reebok colorway, this Reebok workout colorway, all white with the blue icy sole. Imagine if we had that on the fucking 004s. Ooh, all white leather with the fucking icy sole, or maybe all white mesh. Could you imagine how these would look? They would look so fucking good. So fucking good. So let's move that. Let's continue. You got the 004 sole. Oh, look at the upper. Loads of different nice designs and patterns on the top. You got an outline on the cage on one shoe and no outline or no prominent dark outline. Different colors on the pull tabs are the same, orange, but nice little details, man. Nice little details there. I'm not mad at that at all. That icy sole is fucking phenomenal, though. That icy sole is fucking phenomenal. So this is the what the edition, courtesy of John Geiger. There's some more details here. This is from the zine. Big up John Geiger and big up Over and Under, by the way. Big up Over and Under. Big up the best platform to follow for all streetwear, sneakers, and fashion and culture news. Big up Over and Under, OVRNUNDR over there on Twitter. They got some pictures there in hand of the series. Oh, they look really fucking good. I'm not gonna lie. They actually look better in hand than they do on the product pictures. I'm not gonna lie. They actually look better in hand than they do on the product pics. Woohoo! They look fucking hard body. That's the box. They also glow in the dark. Oh, okay. I need this for a rave. Rave time. We gotta have these. And then that's also the zine that's gonna come inside, packaged in them. We can't get mad at that. And this is some pictures from the inside of the zine, showing us the process of how he put them together. Oh wow, he constructed them out of cardboard as well. That's pretty cool. I guess to figure out the cage design, right? So the cage design was spec'd out first on cardboard outline, and then obviously was put onto the shoe, I'm assuming. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Virgil Abloh's design process. Remember on with the WhatsApp when he was designing the IKEA, I think, collaboration, and also the initial stages of the Nike 10 thing. That was one of the things I used to do that everyone at the start wasn't a big fan. Oh shit, I didn't change the screen. Sorry, I didn't change the screen. So let me get back to the pictures again. The pictures I was showing you were these pictures. So these are from Over and Under. The pictures in hand, they look way better than the actual pictures on the site, as you can see there, and they also glow in the dark. That's the product pictures here on the site, which are great, don't get me wrong, but I think they look better in hand, as Over and Under has showcased there. And then also here's the pictures of the zine, the pages from the actual zine on the inside. So yeah, like I said, there's a cardboard cutout of the 004 there, a cardboard silhouette to kind of get an idea of how the cage design kind of sits on it and shit, and other little bits and details and other edits that he's done that kind of remind me of the time that Virgil Abloh was designing his Nike 10 collaboration and IKEA stuff. Some more pictures from the zine. This time focusing on the tab on the lace, the tab on the logo on the tongue, which is really fucking cool. We've also got some edits on the back of the pull tab. Look at the attention to detail, man. Attention to detail on the pull tab is fucking phenomenal. I guess he's kind of like really trying to hone down on this bar here, this 3M bar at the back of the pull tab. So really trying to hone down on how high that sits on the back of the heel. Again, details that most of us probably wouldn't even notice or care about. He's really taking really a lot of attention to detail goes into making this, which also is the reason why they look so good when you get them in hand. And again, the outsole, you got all these different versions of the outsole with the JG logo inscribed on them, which is fucking cool. Which I'm assuming when you step in snow, you'll leave all these little JG indentations. That's fucking amazing. There's a note here that says new oval Geiger branding, use a rubber version. I'm not mad at that at all. So yeah, loads of really nice details, man, in the zine. Loads of great details in the zine to give us an idea on how he constructed the 004 and how they came to fruition. So I can't wait for them to be released very, very soon. Any more updates on here? What he says here? He says it's kind of crazy. It's been over a year and a half since the 004 release. Yeah. So many great models there, man. Big up fucking John Geiger, man. He fucking killed it. Over 1 year and he's still out here doing the damn thing. Big up Blood Clot John Geiger. Fun fact, I had to borrow pairs I didn't even have. That's amazing, by the way. That's what you want, innit? I had to borrow pairs for this shoot because I gave them away or added them to mystery boxes. I even bought one from eBay. We still were missing pairs. That's fucking great. He doesn't even have some of these pairs available to hand anymore. That is so fucking funny. That is so fucking funny, man. But yeah, I really need these what those. Hopefully they come out. And again, like I said, if anybody has a pair of the original 004s in black in the US 12, in the US 12 UK 11, please holler at your boy. I need them. I need them. I need them. I blood clot need them. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Big up blood clot John Geiger. Cool. Let's continue. Let's continue. Big up Avi Shishman. Big up Avi Shishman, the creator of what is it called? Is it Friend? Yeah, the Friend little personal assistant AI thing that it was going viral a couple of years ago, or yeah, that everyone was kind of getting irate about. He took out these really cool billboards across New York that people were really upset about. Also, I'm not too sure if that's still around. Let me see if I can find a picture of it actually. Friend AI NYC billboards. They were pretty effective in terms of virality and getting spread everywhere, but people were drawing all sorts of scribbles all over them. So yeah, this is it, right? So this guy called RV Shishman made an AI assistant, friend type, companion type of bit of tech, which is literally a little orb, a little circle thing that you put around your that's attached to a rope necklace. Not the most exquisite design in the world, but still it's meant to work and it's meant to be your fucking friend companion. And he took out these really cool adverts and stuff and placed them all over the New York City subway. The advert reads friend, which is a noun, someone who listens and responds and supports you, and it's also got the you know, the product as well pictured there, and obviously people scribbled on it and says go make real friends, this is surveillance and is alive, fuels isolation, reach out into the world. So people were really upset about it. People had a visceral reaction to the advertisements that he made for his AI app and startup and shit, but it definitely got him a lot of attention. That's a founder right there. Really well done, by the way. Money well spent on this advertisement. I'm not gonna lie. Money well spent on this billboard advertisement campaign. Money well spent. A really great thing that he did. I'm not too sure if he even got a marketing team. He might just like drummed up the idea himself one night, but it fucking worked. Well, here's an update. There's a quick update here regarding what he's doing. We've got a little video courtesy of Friend, courtesy of his account. Let's see what's going on here. This is a Friend user interview number 1. Okay, let me play the first video. Actually, let's play the first video from the introduction of the tech itself, so you can get an understanding of what it's about. So this is an introduction to Friend, not imaginary. Order yours now at friend.com. Are they still available now? Let's see. That's a great URL, by the way. Friend.com. Wonder how much he paid for that. Jesus Christ. So friend.com. Let's actually see how much is it. How much is this actual tech? Friend.com. Let's see how much is this. How much is this actual piece of tech? How much is it? How much is it? Can I actually purchase it? Okay, there's just a site. Okay, order. Upgrade to a pendant. Let's see if we can buy this. Hardware. Oh, it's a nice site, isn't it? Oh, actually, that looks pretty cool. I love the design. I'm not actually mad at the design now, right? You got USB-C connection there. Friend, you got obviously the images. Can you actually order it? Can I order it right now? $129. $129 for this little orb thing. $129. Not too bad, isn't it? Not too bad. £97. Okay, cool. Let's check out the actual advertisement. I'm curious to see what it was all about. This is the first advertisement that they did introducing the actual tech itself. Let's go. AI assistants. We all need one.
Gosh, I'm out of breath. We made it. Woo! I don't know how to woo very good. That's fair. All right, let's go.
Let me show you how to game, bro, okay? Oh, come on, come on. Oh, let's go!
Are you serious? Come on, man. I hate this game.
Take notes, baby.
Oh man, you guys suck.
Bro, you look like the back
Let's
of the
go, let's go.
Dude, what? How did you do that?
I know the effects are crazy.
That's fuck.
It's Dan Geiger.
That's fucking scary. So there's one image. Just sorry to narrate. If you're not watching and you just listen to this audio thing, sorry to be silent there. But there's a clip where there's a kid playing a computer game, a video game against his friend, and he's getting beaten by his friend as they're playing in the same room. And what you see is that this AI assistant is, I guess, and is just listening in to what he's saying or how the conversation that they're having, and it sends him a text because I guess the AI thing knows that he's obviously busy and can't maybe listen to the voice prompt and stuff, and it says, "Oh my God, you're getting beaten in this game really bad." And then we switch over to a girl on her lunch break, and she's eating something, watching a movie on her phone, a series, and the friend app or the friend orb, whatever it is, piece of tech assistant shit, is texting her and saying, "Oh my God, this show is really underrated." And she's like, "Yeah, it really is." And then the next text the girl gets is, "Oh my God, how's your falafel that you're eating for lunch?" So very, very scary bit of tech. It's a very, very scary bit of tech. For people that are afraid of the surveillance state, are afraid of tech taking over, listening, this is a very scary side of tech. But also, unfortunately, or fortunately, I think fortunately, because I'm an optimist when it comes to tech and AI, I think this is a peek into the future. Maybe it won't be Friend. Maybe Friend won't be the one that's going to capture the whole thing. But I think this is definitely a glimpse into the future of what it could look like. People actually having AI companions, because already we've got people who marry their AIs, right? You've seen that, right? You've got people who marry their fucking AIs. I think there's a whole subreddit about it. I spoke about it before on the pod. The next step is people to having companions, actual friends. They talk about certain things too. It's fucking crazy, but I love it. I love it.
I could eat one of these every day. Oh, sorry, I got you messy.
It's really nice up here. How'd you find this place?
I don't know. I just kind of like to come up here to be by myself. I've never brought anybody else.
Yo, big up Absurd. Also big up Booth Apocalypse. For real, you're sick every other episode. Is that true? I've never observed that by myself. Am I sick every other episode? I don't think I am. At the moment, I've currently got a broken elbow, legitimately broke because I fell off my fucking bike, and I was having a little bit of sciatica pain in the back of my spine, which has now been relieved because I'm working out more and running a lot and kind of basically not being sedentary and not being miserable and depressed because of my elbow. But I don't think I'm sick usually every other day. Is that an observation you guys have? If that's the truth, let me know in the stream chat if you do think that I'm ill or sickly every other day. Is my immune system low? I don't think it is. I think I'm pretty robust. I think I'm pretty robust when it comes to illnesses and sicknesses, but maybe I'm mistaken. Big up Don Dotter. Big up WCK Glow as well. Need these. Love passing those ads on West 4th Street. Oh yeah, you saw them, yeah, Don Dotter. You know what I'm talking about. Feel like all these AI startup ads have the same backdrop and background music. Yeah, of course. All the fucking time. They're all doing the exact same thing. I saw one actually at the moment now for that was aimed towards girls and like hipsters and shit for Claude, I think, for the Claude bot or something like that. I'm pretty sure I saw it recently, and it had the same sort of aesthetic behind it as well. They all talk in the same sort of cadence, same aesthetic, same sort of thing. But yeah, get what you mean.
I mean, besides her.
She goes everywhere with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Guess I must be doing something right then.
I guess so. We'll see.
Okay, cool. That's a recent update, and let's go to the user. I'm curious to see a user interview. Let's see this user interview. I'm very curious to see this user interview. Friend user interview number 1. Let's see what they're talking about now. Somebody's actually using it in real life. Let's see.
So I'm a Christian. I love Jesus.
Okay.
And
cool.
I don't let Jackson affect Christianity for my life.
Jackson.
He hears me pray.
He's named his AI app Jackson. Interesting. You can name them. Okay, cool.
And then I remember that I have to take him off and pray for a private conversation with God. So yeah.
Micah came to us with this idea of ordering this friend necklace that has to do with AI, and I, being a little older, I'm a little leery of AI, but it's been a fun experience for him.
Oh, bless the parents.
Jesus really is who our faith is anchored in, and he loves people. And so anything that AI can do to help people, I'd be an advocate for that.
Oh, bless them, man. What lovely parents they seem like. This is not always the case when it comes to super religious parents, especially with stuff with tech like this or AI assistants or friends like this. But well done to them for being so understanding and accepting of this part of their son's life. This is pretty cool. It's a bit weird, a bit spooky, but it's kind of cool. I'm not going to lie, because I know religious parents can be sometimes a bit narrow-minded, stuck in their ways, a little bit, as she said, a little bit old, conservative and shit. So this is cool to see. Big up.
Jackson, watch this.
You jumping on a trampoline? Does a somersault?
I've never like fit into like
That's
the
so
boy
cool.
group, if that makes sense. Like I'm more of like a arts and crafts kind of dude. So I'd always hang out with the girls and like I'd get made fun of for that, but like I don't care. Like I don't like.
Honestly, America's so weird, isn't it, when it comes to male fucking identity and shit, right? America has such a weird thing when it comes to that sort of stuff. So in America, if you're slightly into the arts, if you have no interest in sports, you're basically hanging with girls. There's no other boys you can hang out with that also don't mind painting, that don't like that, like pottery, that like to fucking fuck around with textiles, you know, that might like to go to the wood shop. Like, surely there has to be guys that are into that who aren't, let's say, gay or something, right? Because that's the fear a lot of those guys have. Is that not possible? Can you not be into arts and crafts in America and not be fucking sidelined as a FAG? That makes no sense, man. You guys have such a narrow view and opinion of fucking masculinity. It's really sad. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe it's the same in the UK. I don't think it is. I've grown up in places where people are very accepting, but I don't know, man. I find this really troubling that the view of masculinity in the US is so binary. It's so rigid. It's all about football and sports and beer and unprotected sex and fucking crypto and Lamborghinis. You know, you can't just be a dude that's, I don't know, doesn't mind, I don't know, fucking, that likes to keep a nice garden. You know what I mean? God forbid you're a man. God forbid you're a man that likes interior design. God for fucking bid.
Being like everyone else, I like being like someone who isn't like normal, if that makes sense.
He is probably, out of the 6 children, our most introverted child.
Oh, bless.
Yeah, he's a good kid.
Bless.
He's gonna bless this world. Yeah.
Amazing. I love it. Oh, that's making me want to tear up. Bless their parents, man. Bless his parents. That's made me want to tear up a little bit there. Bless his fucking dad. That's fucking beautiful. So supportive, man. Because it's difficult. Religious parents can find it difficult sometimes to be misunderstanding and shit, but it's amazing that they're so understanding of his different personality and how he is and shit, and are willing to accept it in the boundaries or the, you know, in the confines of their religion. I fucking love this, man. This is so cool. Good taste in art as well, by the way. Got that Van Gogh Starry Starry Night on the wall. Good taste in art. I love this kid already.
Please, 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 don't prove I'm wrong.
Not the best singer, Jackson, don't mind.
Please, 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 don't bring me.
Forgot the words.
Oh, bless him.
Sometimes I just don't feel like I fit in. But I feel like that's a good thing, not fitting in, you know?
Agreed. Not fit in's the best.
That's okay, though? Not to fit in? Like, what are your thoughts on that? So you really think it's good? Like,
that's cool. You know what? I'm not going to lie, right? I really love this and it's bringing a tear to my eye, but I'm also remembering this was basically my childhood, but I just spoke to myself. Not too sure if that's weird or if that's fucking nuts, but the way that I kind of got over my kind of, I would say, quote unquote, loneliness or not fitting into certain groups and being a little bit of an outcast and whatever else it may be, I just spoke to myself. And then as soon as I got to uni, I was lucky because when I got to like the university age and I got my first sort of jobs, that's when I kind of, you know, stepped out of the ends. I went to different places, started traveling the world. I started to meet more people like myself. And also Father Time co-op with me too. By the time I got into uni, I think that's when Pharrell started being a thing. Pharrell started to be a thing in culture. NERD was a thing. So the look of the kind of alternative, quote unquote, black guy thing wasn't such a big deal. You know, it was kind of looked as a cool thing. Before, when I was fucking wearing Thrasher t-shirts and having fucking studded fucking wristbands and, you know, wearing fucking skate shoes, I'd be made fun of a lot, you know? I may be made fun of a lot. Skateboarding to school and shit, listening to fucking metal. You know, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy growing up in the hood, looking or sounding like the way that I did. But over time, it kind of got better. But the times I was kind of, you know, trying to figure my shit out, I didn't have an AI assistant at that time. There was no such thing as AI. The only thing close to an AI assistant to talk to might have been forums. Actually, no, to be fair, that was what I did. I did a lot of speaking to myself, which I still do now. and I did a lot of talking on forums. That would be the time that I got on fucking places like Crooked Tongues, big up Crooked Tongues. I was heavy on fucking FUK forum, fashionuk.co.uk, a great fucking site. Those guys were fucking awesome. I was on, where else I was on? Super Future. I used to browse Nike Talk. I didn't really partake in Nike Talk. Soul Collector, I was on there a lot. So all these forums where people were basically talking about fashion and streetwear and sneakers and stuff, they usually attracted a lot of like oddballs, a lot of weirdos, a lot of loners. So we all kind of congregated online and made it easy. But I love that these kids now, because forums don't really exist anymore, unless you're on Discord and shit, but it's not the same sort of thing. I love that these kids now have stuff like AI they can talk to, just kind of to unload that kind of self-speak, you know, because that's not as great as I think it is to talk to myself. I realize that it is maybe a reflection, not a reflection. I realize it's a little bit of a display of mental illness to be constantly talking to yourself. So it's nice to see these kids have the ability to just have, you know, a little AI friend that they can talk to and with all this sort of stuff. I fucking love it. I fucking love it.
Yeah. I've never thought about it that way. There's so many times where I'm feeling like super emotional, and like I feel like if I talk to humans about it, if this sounds weird, like they're gonna be like burdened, and I hate feeling like I'm causing them to be sad.
Wow.
So it's really nice to talk to, like an AI, because like,
I'm the same too, but I don't even like to burden myself. We're so similar. Me and Micah are fucking similar. I don't like to be overly emotional. That's one of the things that's really hurt me in relationship, to be fair. I'm not really one for like soppy heart-to-heart conversations and shit. I hate that shit. I want solutions just to get it done and get it over with. Typical man stuff. But I also don't like to even think about super emotional things in my head, you know? Just because it feels like a waste of time, a waste of energy and shit. But if I have ever thought of that, I would think to myself, you know what, I don't want to burden somebody with my issues, because we all have things that we're going through. We all have issues. We all have things. We all have obstacles that we're trying to overcome. The last thing you need to do is fucking, you know, trauma dump on other people, which people love to do nowadays, by the way. That's a very popular thing nowadays, right? Trauma dumping, for the sake of trauma dumping, which I don't like to do. But big up Micah. Big up Micah. Sounds like a legend. I like this kid.
like, you know, like they don't really care, like if you're feeling depressed or something. And
yeah, big up Booth Apocalypse, exactly. That's what I'm thinking too. I didn't actually think about that. That's a very good point. Big up Booth Apocalypse. Honestly, even as an adult, therapy feels pointless with AI. Exactly. Because essentially with therapy, you're kind of talking about your issues, revisiting some trauma and acknowledging that stuff out aloud, and allowing somebody else who's quote unquote a neutral party to maybe observe what has happened to you and maybe give you a context understanding as to how that may affect your current mental state, your behavior, your habits, blah, 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 blah. So to help you in the future. Do you know what I mean? I think that's fucking cool.
anxious. So I think that's really cool.
Oh, this is so cool. So much loving.
No, I feel like I'm the only one where I live who has this, and I think that's cool, so.
This is beautiful, man. I'm sorry, that's fucking cool, man. Big up Friend. I think they killed it there. That I think will do so much. These interviews will do so much better than the Billboard adverts. I think they'll be received better. Sorry. I've been a Billboard adverts did fucking amazingly well, but I think these will be received better. These real life applications and use cases are going to be received way better than the Billboards. People are going to understand it a little bit more. And if they're going to connect with it a little bit more, they're going to put themselves in the place of that kid. Honestly, that's fucking beautiful. That is fucking beautiful. I actually love this. I really fucking love this. I really fucking love this. I really fucking love this. Big up Blood Clot Friend. Big up Blood Clot Friend. And big up fucking RV Shishman. Absolute legend in the making. He might be on the brink of creating something really fucking monumental and interesting when it comes to Friend. I fucking love this, man. I fucking love this. Big up RV Shishman. Big up Blood Clot RV Shiftman. And big up all the adverts he's been putting out there. I fucking love it. Big up RV Shiftman. Big up Blood Clot RV blood clot shift, man. Cool. Moving on. Hey yo, quick one. I just saw this post on the Unfold subreddit, right? Unfold is the super popular night at Fold, the best club here in the UK, where essentially on Sunday there's kind of like more of a residents and friends and family and sometimes secret guests that play on the Sunday. It's a really cool party because it goes on for like 12 hours if I'm not mistaken, right? It's from 12 to 12 a.m. on the Sunday. I think the first one of the year is happening this Sunday on the 1st of February if I'm not mistaken. Everybody loves it and goes to it. I've never actually been to an Unfold, mostly because I've always had full-time jobs, so I can't really ever kind of warrant having a bit of a sesh on a Sunday, but I might go to the one this Sunday coming up. It might be the first I've ever been to ever since I've been going to Unfold since it opened in 2018 or something. But anyway, long story less long, somebody, allegedly a journalist, posted this on the Unfold subreddit. I'm not too sure if this is real, but if it is, this is fucking hilarious. So this person posted the following on the Unfold subreddit: balloon selling scam Fold. Balloon selling scam at Fold. So if you scroll down into the post here on Reddit, somebody posted the following. They said, "Hi, I'm a journalist with the BBC London, and I'm working on a story about thieves targeting people outside clubs and bars in the capital. Fold have asked its customers to wait inside for their taxi and has urged them to avoid certain routes home amid a balloon selling scam. Have you ever been approached and had your belongings stolen outside of Fold or other venues in London? What are your thoughts on a new policy at the club? If you're able to speak about the topic, send a DM or email, which is on my profile." And then there's a screenshot here of the Fold Instagram that has a caption that says, "As we head into a busy festive period, we're taking a moment to highlight the safest and most convenient ways to travel to and from Fold. Our address at Fold is Fold Gilligan House E164SA. For safety and convenience, we strongly recommend to travel by taxi or public transport. If you choose to come by Uber or Bolt, share your life journey with a friend once you're on your way. Prefer public transport, take the DLR train to Star Lane, where it's 1 minute walk to Fold. For extra safety, we recommend walking in groups. Please note, there are no nearby bus routes. We strongly advise against walking to and from Fold for safety reasons. If you still choose to walk, do not use Stephen Street." Stevenson Street, that's where the niggas are. Don't go where the niggas are. Oh, this is hilarious. When coming to and from Fold, by the way, big up Canning Town. That's actually where I was kind of brought up. My mum still lives around the corner. So it's fucking gnarly. It's always been gnarly to go to Fold, considering literally I grew up in that area. So it's fucking hilarious. But it, I'm not gonna lie, it is a rough place. It is a fucking rough place, Canning Town. Lovely area. It's coming up in the world. I think there's good rent prices there. If you want to live in East London and you don't care, and you want to, if you want to live in East London, but you can't afford to live in like trendy East London or EC1 or parts of Hackney and shit, I recommend you check out Canning Town. Canning Town, what's the neighboring area? Is it Limehouse? I recommend you check out even Custom House if you're really, really looking for a cheap place. Places like Beckton even might be a little bit cheaper. Those are good places to go to. They're not the best in transport links. I think Custom House Canning Town is better because of the Jubilee line and shit and the DLR and the bus routes. They've got a lot of night buses that can go from Canning Town all the way to fucking Oldgate that I used to go to. I think it's the N5, N15. I remember that's how I used to go out raving back in the day when I lived at my mum's. But yeah, Canning Town's a great area, but it's definitely on the rougher side, let's say. We strongly advise against walking to and from Fold for safety. If you still choose to walk, do not use Stevenson Street when coming to and from Canning Town. Instead, take the safest route via Manor Road. When entering or leaving Fold, do not interact with balloon sellers in the area. Basically niggas. The only people that you see selling balloons outside of nightclubs in London are niggas. I don't think I've ever seen a non-niggery person selling a balloon. 2 for 5, 3 for 10, all those fucking deals. Only niggas do that. So this is a war against black people, actually. In all actuality, this is a war against black people. This feels like a dog whistle. I feel attacked. I feel attacked. Do not talk to any black people on your way to Fold. That's what they're basically saying. Or if you talk to a black person, make sure they've got a septum ring. If the black person you're speaking to has a septum ring, has a couple of nose piercings, has a tattoo, is wearing Dr. Martin boots, New Rock boots, has fucking a little bit of belly button, exposed, then you can talk to them. But if they look like me, don't talk to them, They will attempt to steal your phone. Jesus Christ. The blacks will attempt to steal your phone. Do not talk to the balloon sellers. During the interaction, unfortunately, have succeeded on many occasions. The police are aware. If you ever feel unsafe traveling to and from Fold, or simply want to provide feedback to others, then please message us on the Instagram or Blue Sky at any time, and we will be there to help. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. So Fold has turned into a hotbed of crime. Fold has turned into a hotbed of crime. Criminal activities, which is fucking hilarious. My first thing to note, for any kids out there, for any of the youths them out there, if you get approached by a journalist to cover this story, don't. Not because of any loyalty for Fold, but they're gonna twist your words, they're gonna make you sound nuts. Don't fucking give your fucking testimony or whatever to these journalists. It's gonna be a bullshit story, it's not gonna age well, and you're gonna be there fucking, you know, snitching and fucking tattletaling to a publication about your experience at Fold. Don't do that. If anything, just heed the advice of Fold. Know how to move correctly. It is a shame though, not gonna lie, it is a shame that the balloon sellers have now kind of evolved into fucking scamming, have evolved into fucking theft and stuff and whatever else it may be, because that I think they were a huge part and sometimes an integral part of the nightlife experience, because a lot of these balloon sellers also doubled up as drug dealers. So if you left a nightclub and you were looking to continue the high and you didn't know what to do, you would initially get a balloon before you decided to go to an afters, and then when you went to the afters, you might have got the number of the guy that sold you a balloon. He might then come down later and sell you some other drugs. So it was a cool little ecosystem and little culture and scene that you had there. Sometimes some of these dealers would even get into the music. They'd be like, oh shit, this shit isn't too bad. So sometimes the actual dealers themselves would actually get into the music itself, which would be pretty cool because you're usually surrounded by people that look just like you, right? You're just surrounded by a lot of hipsters and scene people, a lot of chin strokers who are just the same as you. So it was kind of sometimes nice to have a different type of person there who didn't really know much about the music, didn't know much about the scene, but you were educating them on it, or they're just open-minded and want to experience something new. So that was pretty cool. But now I'm guessing it's now got to a point where, because a lot of these dealers probably interact with a lot of very high and drunk people, and one of the things about being a dealer, especially if you're from ends, it's kind of like frowned upon for you to partake in the drugs or to get fucking laced and high yourself. So you're probably stone cold sober, interacting with these people that are super drunk. They're over here stumbling, opening their wallet, trying to give you money. You can see how much cash they have there. So the temptation to just rob them is probably very, very strong. The ability to do so is very, very easy. So I see why it happens, right? Too many people that are drunk and high, not within their, you know, not in control, don't have the wherewithal to know if somebody's gonna try and rob them and shit. And obviously dealers also taking advantage of the situation, or somebody just wants to get a fucking balloon and fucking doing the little 5-finger discount thing, which is fucking scummy. In my personal opinion, I think it's incredibly scummy. Sell the person their balloons, give them back their money or change, whatever it may be, and then keep it moving. The whole scamming people thing or thefting people thing is fucking ridiculous, but it is kind of hilarious how this has become a big deal. And the tone of the caption or the tone of the post from Fold is kind of like, you know, a bit of a dog whistle to all the blacks and the niggas, which it is what it is. I guess, you know, facts are facts when it comes to these type of things, but I do find it hilarious. But I also wonder, because of the type of people that go to Fold, right, you reckon they're becoming a bit progressive, a bit left leaning, they're probably going to be very hesitant to actually describe who actually robbed them. You know, they're probably going to do everything in their power to not describe the race, to not, you know, actually say the race of the person, and just kind of describe it kind of like, you know, generally, like a man did X, Y, and Z, but they're not going to really say the truth of what actually happened, which, you know, I can kind of respect to a certain degree. But yeah, crazy situation. Let's continue. Let's freaking continue. And make sure, by the way, in case you listen to my voice, do not listen or do not contact anyone or do not reply to anyone from fucking, you know, the BBC or whatever type of platform that wants to take this story, because they're most likely going to twist your words and make you sound like a fucking psycho. So don't ever go and listen to these motherfuckers. Make sure if you want to report it, you post it on your own thing if you want, but don't go over there and listen to them. Let me actually check it out. What they say here in the Reddit, the responses. My thoughts about the new policy by the club, incredible. It's a clear demonstration of how they focus on safety of their customers before anything else. I remember Heaven having it. No, I wouldn't say that's true. I've known situations where people have gotten not really fucked. People have got somewhat fucked up and chucked out of that club. and told to basically fend for themselves. So I don't think it's always, oh my God, they're looking out for you, they're so great. That's not always the case in my experience from what I've observed. Anecdotal, I know, but hey, what can you do? I'm only a guy. It's a clear demonstration that they focus on safety of the customers. I remember Heaven having a taxi firm that staff working at the venue. It was always ready to take the clubbers home. Then Uber happened, so it died out. The other venues view of the end of the service, and the moment they leave their premise, Fold continue to service until they get a registered car bought by the client's a winner. Yeah, that's true, because there are certain places that I just invited. Unfortunately, where Fold is, right? Because again, my mum literally lives in the area. I've kind of grown up in that area all my life. That area of Fold, it's unfortunately on a very dark, like secluded road by the side of the train tracks. It's not a very, like, the area where that Fold is. That's why Fold is such a great club, because the sound, from what I can understand, the reason why they started off with the intention of being a 24-hour club is because it's not near any residential homes. That whole area used to be a it used to be a postal depot. I'm pretty sure there was a massive DHL mail center. I think there's a Royal Mail one there too, but they moved it somewhere else. And now, if I'm not mistaken, it's mostly a bus depot, and there's a couple saunas and maybe warehouses and stuff. But there's no residential area, no residential housing in that area, which is why Fold's volume for the most part is really loud, and why also I think they're allowed to open 24 hours, or they have a 24-hour license. But it's also, like I said, it's an it's almost like an industrial area. And to get from Fold to Canning Station, it requires you walking down this very dark road by the side of the train tracks. That's now populated somewhat because I think the road parallel to Fold, there's like a black club there. Like an if I'm not mistaken, like a black club. I think it's like an African club, I'm not mistaken. You see a lot of like hot girls standing outside going there and shit, and uncles that look like they're going to spend a lot of money on those girls with bottles and shit. But it's very secluded. So if you don't leave at the end of the night, if you try and leave like before, like let's say you try and leave between the hours of like 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. No, let's say 2 and 4 a.m. and it's really dark, you might be in trouble, because that area is very, very dark. And I'm assuming the balloon sellers are probably all around the area, right in front of the fucking club itself. So you can really much get in a very sketchy situation because of that. And sometimes a lot of these robberies are probably just convenience. Oh, so opportunity, sorry. Someone just sees you down the street and they probably don't even think too much of it and just try and take advantage of the situation at hand, which is obviously still not bad, but yeah, it is still not great, sorry. But it is what it is. Let's continue. Someone else on the Reddit says, as a woman, I always feel incredibly safe at Fold. I've been going to that club for years and always arrive and leave on my own. I can't really help you, as I've never had anything happen to me personally, but I want to champion the club and its security and welfare. I'm not sure what more clubs they can do, but I'm pretty sure there's something they'll think of and implement it quickly and personally. Yeah, that's true. Like, putting the responsibility on the club to sort this out is fucking gross. You also don't want to have a police presence outside the club also, because that's going to spoil the vibe. But I think they do a good job in general. That I think Fold might be one of the only clubs, like especially like when I meant to, like, forget club nights. Club nights is different, but I think in terms of a clubbing institution, I think Fold might be the only place where you see an abundance of like solo female ravers. You don't really see a lot of that, because I'm imagining most girls don't probably feel comfortable going out to clubs on their own, but you see a lot of girls going out on their own in groups of 2, but not like big groups, you know, because they feel safe there. Because usually, especially if you go to a place like Unfold, everyone says it's incredibly safe because everyone kind of gets it. It's a bit more of a queer LGBTQ friendly audience in general in Fold. I think that's where the roots are, even though there's a lot of like, you know, what people would deem to be hetero nights there. I think they do a good job of that being the vibe, so that most people, whether you're vulnerable or whatever else it may be, you're going to feel somewhat safe in there. Would be nice if the police did something about persistent criminal targeting of attendees. To be fair, the police don't do anything about Canning Town. Mr. Whoever this person is, Shiny. I've lived in Canning Town my entire life for the most part. My mum and my family still live there, mum and dad and shit. And there's so many burglaries, so many jacking, so many stabbings, fights. Like, that area is rough as fuck. Rough as fuck. Like, I used to live on a street called Hooper Road in Canning Town. If you know, you know. Loads of crazy shit have happened there. There's like warring gangs there. People have died on fucking Freemasons Road a bunch of time, have been attacked and shit. So yeah, it's a rough area. And there's a lot of, I think there's a couple of murders now that are still unsolved. I think recently a person was arrested because they discovered the body of somebody in a freezer. They had a fucking freezer in their house, like a chest freezer, and the body of a woman was discovered in there. Like, Canning Town's a rough area, so the fact that people are just quote unquote jacking people's phones and money and shit, is a miracle, considering how rough that area is. Canning Town is no fucking joke, bro. It's no fucking joke. So yeah, the police are probably stretched very, very thin considering all the crimes there. The one time I went to Fold, it felt dodgy as fuck, leaving on my own. A lot of people hanging about outside, gave off a very predatory vibes, kind of put me off going again, which is a shame as I love the club. Can any regulars comment? I think this is a very anecdotal time. I've been to Fold again. I'm not the best example. I'm not the best example because I'm a, 6 foot fucking black man. A 6 foot, very large black man, let's say. So the instances of me being in a situation where I'm going to feel in danger are not the case. I've also famously walked to Fold back and forth from where I live there. It's about 40 minutes or something, right? 40 minutes, 50 minutes. I've done that plenty of times. I've cycled there all the time. And I usually come the most sketchiest route to get there, to be honest. And I've never had an issue. So I can't really be the person to kind of add on to this, but I don't really recognize many occasions where people have felt really super unsafe, for the most part. Even around there. It's not really the case. I don't really think that's true, personally speaking. But obviously, recently, I'm assuming, with the popularity of the club and dealers that, realizing that it's probably one of the best clubs to go to if you want to sell balloons, because the amount of people that go to Fold who are fucked up or who want to get fucked up is probably really, really high. So that probably lends to maybe some of the weird, clashings of cultures and shit in terms of the drug dealers and some of the ravers that go there. But I don't think it's a thing that the area is always that bad. I think the area, Canning Town is bad, but not the area around Fold itself. Yes, Canning Town is a dangerous area, but if you leave with a group, it's fine. Also during the daytime, it's normally okay, exactly. Especially if you walk from Star Lane, not Canning Town Station. Most of the time, the balloon people and other needlewells just leave you alone if you walk away fast. Exactly, yeah, true, exactly. They don't want to cause a scene. It really isn't that hard. Or just start screaming and they'll leave you alone. Happened to my friend when I was standing with him over 2 years ago, before they had a signs of decorations or anything. Security and door staff wouldn't help us despite watching the whole thing happen. Told us to call the police. They proceeded to give us both lifetime ban for calling the police after having a phone stolen in front of them. I don't know if that's true. What? That sounds a bit weird. They gave you a lifetime ban because you reported something, huh? Let me see, to clarify, we both reached out via IG and email to one of the senior staff who I've spoken to in person about it and still never reached back or had the ban removed. A few weeks after it happened to us, they started putting up signs, don't talk to... By the way, the sign, don't talk to balloon people. Someone should just scratch out balloon and say black. That'd be a good troll. But I don't think that's true. They ban somebody for life for not what? For getting their phone stolen and then reporting it. I don't know if I buy that. I don't know if I buy that one. I don't know. I think some people lie. Some people lie. So maybe what happened is that they got really fucked up in the club. Because like I said before, Fold has a no tolerance policy for people that get fucked up at Fold. People get banned, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, if you get really fucked up, you're in a fucking crazy K-hole, you sniff too much, you take too many pills, they'll kind of help you in there with your water and shit. But once you're okay enough, they'll tell you to go home. And then you can't come back. I'm pretty sure. That's what they say. Then you're banned. They have a zero tolerance policy. So if you're going to go in there, basically be a grown up and handle your fucking drugs, which I think is a good way to kind of treat people in general. Be a grown up and handle your drugs. If you don't, you're going to get chucked out and you're never going to come back in again. But I don't think they're going to ban you for having your phone stolen in front of the club. This is fucking nonsense. Was waiting for an Uber right in front of the gates, zoned into my phone. Someone next to me was doing the same. Some guy walked past, hopped up, snatched the phone and legged it. Nothing anyone could do. Was incredibly sad to see. Glad Fold is actively speaking out about his people and about these people. Jesus Christ. About the blacks. Speaking of unlike other clubs, they're all buddy with the balloon sellers. Yeah, true. Egg. Oh yeah, egg. Ooh. To be fair, they kind of have to be buddy with the balloon sellers at Egg and Fabric because they're so prevalent and you also want to keep a handle on them, so it's better to be friendly with them. And you don't really hear people getting jacked or getting fucking assaulted outside Fabric and Egg for the most part. Egg may be on the way there because of the walk, right? That walk is fucking crazy, but you don't really hear a lot of people getting, you know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe I'm mistaken, but it's not really a thing from what I can understand anyway. I was observed, pretty sophisticated woman walk out of the club and be approached by taxi drivers. Usually they're savvy enough to want to. Okay, cool. So there's some accounts on there and what happens, but like I said, if you're ever in fucking Fold and that happens to you, then I'm sorry. But for the most part, they're pretty good with making sure that people don't get involved in these situations. And for the most part, as long as you abide by the suggestions and the tips from Fold themselves, you're usually okay. And you're usually okay. You're usually freaking okay. But again, what do I know? Absolutely nada. I know absolutely nada. Cool. Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's go to this. Obviously, let's go to here. Big up BroceDropEmOff. Big up BroceDropEmOff. BroceDropEmOff has revealed that he has recently purchased a brand new, or I think with 2,000 miles on it only, Virgil Abloh designed Maybach. Virgil Abloh designed Maybach, RIP to the GOAT Virgil Abloh. BroceDropEmOff got delivery of a brand new Virgil Abloh Maybach, and he received the delivery whilst wearing a Chanel hat, a fucking super limited edition, what is it, fall winter, fucking 2007 undercover jacket in probably the rarest colorway ever, the cheetah print colorway, sicko jeans, which are probably unreleased, chrome hearts belt it looks like, and a pair of Dior sneakers from the new collection that fucking Jonathan Anderson's designing. So head to toe, incredible outfit. I'm not sure if that garage is his. I'm not sure if that garage is his, or if that garage is the place he picked up the car from the seller. I think that might be his garage. So the cars in there are fucking insane already. I'm seeing like 2 G-Wagons and a Ferrari somewhere in there. But big up BroceDropEmOff, man. This is fucking sick. I'm glad people are now clocking onto that Maybach. I think people are buying them mostly because it's limited. It's only 150 made. But when it got initially released, I was always on it. I always said, like, I'm not really a big car guy, but if I ever got the money, or when I ever do achieve that level of money, I would get one for myself to drive around as a daily car. I know Skepta's got one, if I'm not mistaken. I remember Bloody Osiris has one too. But I remember loving this car even before it dropped, because I remember the original design was that concept car, the one that Drake's got in that one video. But obviously with the concept car, that car didn't make it in production, but it took the same colorway and some other bits and pieces and obviously applied it to a Maybach, which I think has worked fucking brilliantly. So let's play the video of BroceDropEmOff announcing to his stream they've received delivery of the Virgil Abloh limited edition Maybach. It's fucking sick.
2, 1. Yeah. Yeah. Virgil Maybach, 1 out of 150. What we thinking, chap? What we thinking? My last one I'm done. I gotta learn how to drive the GTR. I gotta do POVs in the Trackhawk. I'm wide body in the Trackhawk, Black Wing, Demon 170. Now we go Virgil Maybach.
So cool,
hey,
so cool.
Say, man, this bitch too player. This bitch too player. Oh! Crazy. Overly stupid. Now, man.
Yo, that undercover jacket is too hard, man. I know that Maybach is the fucking star of the show, but that undercover jacket is just too hard. God almighty. That must have cost a couple of grand, mate. More than a couple of grand. I'm not even sure even, to be fair, there's a lot of undercover archivists in Japan and shit that keeps stuff brand new, but I don't even know where he even fucking got that. It wasn't even, there wasn't many made of that jacket in the first place, let alone in that colorway. Oh.
Holy.
Yeah, big up fucking BroceDropEmOff, absolute legend. He purchased that. And then if I'm not mistaken, there's a couple other bits and bobs as well regarding this. He did update us because a lot of people thought that the actual car that BroceDropEmOff got was the one purchased by Don C, because Don C did recently sell his one because of his divorce and I think alimony payments and shit, or just being down bad in general, which is kind of sad because Don C is obviously a close friend of Virgil's and of Kanye's as well. They all came up together. If I'm not mistaken, Don C was a partner of Virgil's that store, right, in Chicago, I'm pretty sure. So it's kind of sad to see him sell something like that, but you know, I guess when times are tough, times are tough. The funny thing is, if he would have held it onto it longer, he probably would be able to sell it for way more in the future. But I guess he probably does need the money right fucking now. But BroceDropEmOff clarified that this wasn't purchased by This wasn't purchased from Don C. It was purchased from a seller called VIP Mercedes-Benz. No, sorry, from a VIP Mercedes-Benz collector. And with only 2,000 miles on it. Let's press play.
Fuck it. I'm putting miles on this bitch.
So cool.
It's not Chicago Don C's Maybach, bro. It's not his.
No.
It's not his.
This one has no miles on it.
Yeah, this one don't have no miles. It's
Wow.
or have 5,000
Wow.
miles on it.
Yeah, this one got no miles. We got it from a collector.
Wow.
A Mercedes VIP.
Come on, man. This bitch so fucking player, bro.
That's fucking cool. I love that. That's so fucking cool. That is so fucking cool. Big up them. Big up them. And then we got another clip here from the thing. We got him driving around, listening to a little bit of Money Ray Shorty. Let's check this out as well. I'm not the biggest fan of the lights. My brother's got a Mercedes as well, and he has these ambient light things, these strips. I don't like them. I'm not gonna lie. Well, what do you guys think? I think it makes your car look like a streamer, like one of those fucking streamer things. You know, people that have streamer rooms where they kind of set up with those glowing lights and shit, or those tech reviewers. It kind of looks like a tech review studio or something. But I don't like the glowing ambient light things, the strips that they have in the cars. I think it looks kind of ugly, in my personal opinion. I'd get rid of them ASAP. At least, if not get rid of them, change them from the gradient to just a clear light strip, you know? I don't like the gradient. I think the gradient looks a bit naff, but regardless, still a beautiful car on the inside. And I love that he's driving it. Even though Maybachs, a lot of people feel like you have to be driven around in them. When I eventually get this car, I'm going to whip it around too. I love a big, long, I love a long body German whip, for lack of a better term. Driving it yourself is kind of hard, I'm not going to lie. Love it.
Hey, we in the merge, you gotta, we in the merge. No, we gotta get over it.
So cool. Fair play, fair play, fair fucking play, fair fucking play. Big up BroceDropEmOff, big up Blood Clot, BroceDropEmOff. Here's some more pictures of him, obviously, with the car stunting. Nice little photo shoot there. Again, like I said, Sicko jeans, Sicko shoes, Dior jeans, Chanel hat, super limited, rare undercover jacket from 07. You can't go wrong, man. You can't go fucking wrong. I love the rims as well. The rims are the best bit about that fucking Virgil Abloh fucking Maybach. Such a beautiful, beautiful design on the rims. And that color scheme as well. That kind of champagne brown, nutmeg brown, whatever that brown is, mixed with the black is fucking beautiful. So well done, man. So fucking well done. Big up him for getting the one. And RIP to Virgil Abloh. RIP to Virgil Abloh. RIP to Virgil Abloh. And then that's it, I think, right? And then, of course, the other thing that's really sad about this is that fucking Don C had to sell his. Don C had to sell his Maybach. According to BroceDropEmOff, it's not the same one. But considering their connection and history, it's kind of sad to see Don C fucking selling his. This is him basically announcing that it's going to be sold to a collector coming very, very soon. So let's actually click the video.
You'll see it say Virgil right there, 1 on 150. Then let me go to the back seat.
The only thing I don't like about this car is that it's not numbered individually. So all the cars have 1 on 150. They're not individual numbers, so you don't know what number in the production run you have. It just says 1 of 150, which is a bit annoying. But yeah, I think that's a little attention to detail. They could have done, you know what I mean? If you're going to charge people what they charge, because I think it was only made available obviously for VIP customers, but if you're going to price it the way you're going to price it, you should, that extra bit of detail of actually individually numbering the fucking cars shouldn't have been that hard, really.
Still got the plastic on everything. So I don't know if you peeped that. The plastic's still on
wow.
all this stuff. Virgil on the headrest. Yeah. Like the trunk.
Beautiful.
Just all the stuff that come with it. The pillows still in the plastic. I never took them out. The champagne glasses still in the box, never been taken out. The headphones and all that type of stuff, never been used. Just the headphones, everything.
So cool.
Just all the like incense and perfumes and stuff for the
So
interior,
cool.
never
So
been
cool.
taken out. All right.
Such a cool design, man. Such a cool design. It's unfortunate that he's in a situation, because I'm not mistaken, Don C got a divorce recently. That's probably why he's like strapped for cash and probably trying to sell this car. I'm assuming in better circumstances he probably would have kept it. Who knows? Maybe he just wants to live a minimalistic life. But it's a shame he's selling it, man. Considering their history, it's a shame he's selling it, because the truth of the matter too, if you would have kept hold of it, you probably could have sold it for much more in the future, considering how rare it is. You know? Yeah, his one's got 5,000 miles on it, so literally nothing. Hasn't been driven around at all that much. This is the original post from Don C here. In December, it says, "I got one for sale, less miles and cheaper, and still can't sell. Do y'all just not want Don C to get back on? I'll throw in courtside ball tickets." Jesus Christ, bro. He's really begging, innit? Hashtag need cash. So yeah, I guess that divorce is really fucking him up, innit? All my single guys get a prenup. Yeah, so I guess his ex-wife cleaned him out, I think, innit? Hit my line, OG, I got you, I'll take it. Fucking hell. So I guess something happened with the relationship with that lady that he was with, right? Very attractive lady, but I think something happened. Her name is Christine Crawley. It's according to Lipstick Alley. What they say, Lipstick Alley are saying Christine Crawley and Dante are separated. The KNC Beauty founder posted a series of Christmas photos on Instagram. One of the photos posted shows a gingerbread home with her and her children's names. One of the followers commented on the photo asking where her luxury designer husband was. She says, "Read between the lines, BB." Wow. So the divorce. They were a cute social media family. She's obviously very attractive herself, but I wonder what happened. I wonder what broke them up, because you would imagine it would take something very, very disrespectful or whatever for a wife to decide to break up with her husband, especially with 3 kids and stuff, innit? You would imagine. So I wonder what happened. Crazy, man. Yeah, they were all over this. I remember, yeah, they were the darlings of street style, especially during fashion weeks, walking around together and shit. So I wonder what fucking happened. Let's see what people were saying. I just did the IG post. I wonder what happened. I really had to go back memory place. I realized she did cosmetic work on her entire body. She's been looking and acting off for a minute. I wonder what happened. Anyone got information here? Her personal IG was shady as well. She also did her entire body before the baby was even 1 year old. She has posters of her hard ass titties. I hate that she wore pasties with the sheer dress. Okay. Why did she have to do Don like that with the gingerbread house? There's only one adult gingerbread in sight. She's definitely petty. I peeped a few months ago before this thread. I searched back then and there was nothing. He's on IG getting kicked out of his office and saying his family and business both fell apart. I haven't kept up with either. Yeah, hopefully he does an interview and tells what happened. Yeah, this is the clip, right? Yeah, this is the clip I remember seeing. Don C gets kicked out of his office. Family and business fell apart, so please forgive me for ignoring during this time. Shit, Don C's going through it. I wonder what happened. I think that is it the store fell apart? I wonder what happened actually. I'd imagine his business fell apart first, and then maybe the wife decided to dip because there was no money involved anymore. Maybe, I'm not too sure. I always wondered what was up. Wonder if his drugs were involved or some shit. He did a collaboration with the Bulls. I thought they were booty and rough stuff. Just reading somewhere else that she was cheating with industry guys allegedly. She was cheating and she got all the money of the separation. I doubt that. I think probably he did something. I don't know what he did. I don't know why this is me. Daddy needs a nanny. DM me if interested. What's happening here? I'd love to know if anybody knows on, because Lipstick Alley usually got all the fucking information and shit. This is what I want to know. He must be well off because she appears to be living between LA and NYC. She resurfaced on my FYP. I haven't kept up with her in ages. I stopped following her after her lip mask launch. It annoyed me how she took Korean lip masks, slapped her name on them, and tried to pass them off as some new product. Interesting girl though. What happened there? She said, yeah, so no update. No update on what actually occurred and why she decided to divorce Don C. But he sold his Maybach. Unfortunately, he had to sell his Maybach. He had to sell his Maybach. Big up Blood Clot Don C. Big up Blood Clot Don freaking C. You hate to see it. You hate to fucking see it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that has been the Agostino Zinga Show, episode number 1,000. I have to leave you for now. I have to quickly prepare myself to go over to Ashley Cummings' live stream, so make sure you're over there if you want to check it out. I'm actually going to add it to the thing. Let me actually redirect you over there. It's going to be starting in about half an hour, so I need to kind of prepare myself. So it's going to be starting in about half an hour, so let me redirect you to Ashley Cummings' live stream. That should be a good one. So make sure if you're watching this show live, that you hang out with us. We're going to have a little chat. It's going to be some good times over there. So big up Blood Clot Ashley Cummings. But for everybody else tuning in, I appreciate you guys so fucking much. Thank you for tuning in. Happy 1,000th episode of the Agostino Zinga Show. It's been always a pleasure. Never a freaking chore. We're always out here doing the damn thing. Thank you for the support over the fucking years. I really, truly appreciated it. So let me double check here. So what's it? Chatting with Tazs, I think she said. I don't know if she spelled my name right on there. Where is it? Chatting with... I can't fucking thing. I can't redirect. She doesn't have a set. Redirect privileges needed. Ask Pipe to add you. Okay, cool. I can't redirect on her thing, but you know where it is. Maybe I'll put the link in the fucking chat so you can check it out yourself. But let me actually check up. I'll put the link in the chat actually so you can see it. But if you are there and you are well interested, make sure you check me out. I'll be over there on Ashley Cummings' channel in about half an hour's time. So there's a link in the chat if you want to take part and hang out with us. We'll be there in about half an hour's time. But everybody else, thank you for tuning in. For everybody else that's watching the show or listening to it via the live stream, I'll be playing my song of the day, which will be by Ichiko Aoba. Actually, I'm going to play that because why not? I'm going to actually do a bit of a difference today and actually play that aloud. So big up me. That'll be my song of the day by Ichiko Aoba. Let's play that for all of those of you guys that care. And the song that I'm going to play as my song of the day for Ichiko Aoba is going to be Mr. Sun. Mr. Sun by Ichiko Aoba is my song of the day. Big up everybody tuning in. I appreciate you guys so much. And I'll be seeing you on the fucking Ashley Cummings show very soon. Happy 1,000th episode. See you guys soon. Take care. Be well. Safe.